All right, so here we have a glute by a step up, one of my favorite step up variations of all time. Really good move for targeting the glutes. The big difference between this and a normal step up is just that, is that it does target the glutes a lot more versus a typical step up is a lot more knee or quad dominant. And I'll go ahead and explain. So looking here, here's my client Reagan. If you look at the knee positioning, now in this clip, she sort of is still letting her knee go forward. So probably not the best way to ultimately perform this, but still she's reaching deep into the hips. So getting a bigger stretch on the glutes. So that is pretty much what we want when we're doing a glute by a step up, as opposed to a normal step up. We're usually allowing the knee to drive forward and even a lot of times over the toes, getting a bigger stretch on the quads and making it more quad dominant. So this is why this would be considered more of a glute by a step up. When performing these, you want to make sure you're using an appropriate height box, one that you're able to reach the ground with. So you don't want to be so high up to where you can't touch the ground, because I like to have people reach back as far as they can, but still have the safety net of touching the floor to just sort of balance them back out. The other thing you want to think of doing, which she's not necessarily doing in this clip either, is you want to touch the ground with just your heel. And the big difference or significance of that is simply just that it doesn't allow you to cheat the rep. So all the force, all the strain, stress, whatever you want to call it, is going to go through the leg that's on the box. So then it becomes a lot closer to a true unilateral lift, even though there's still going to be some contribution from the other leg. It makes it, let's call it a 90-10. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it makes it a lot more significantly shifted in towards the leg that's on the box. So that's pretty much the glute by a step up with the dumbbell. Typically, if you're doing a dumbbell variation, I do prefer the weight to be on the side of the leg that's working, aka the side of the leg that's on the box or whatever you're stepping up onto. And then in this next clip, I'll show you what it looks like from a Smith machine. It's very similar, but it makes it a lot easier to stabilize and take some of the balance out of the equation. All right, and here's my other client, Christina. So she's also performing glute by a step up, though this is with the Smith machine, which is my preferred method for this. Once you're able to handle it, the dumbbell variation can be pretty challenging. So once you're able to master that, then I would say move on to the Smith machine, just because it's a lot harder to hide and cheat on the Smith machine variation. But it also is much more easily to load. So once you get strong enough, your legs, your glutes, lower back, everything can sort of handle heavier weight, I would prefer to go to a Smith machine, just because you're able to load this bad boy up a lot more and really make these a lot more challenging. So if you look here, she's doing a little bit better job at keeping the knee behind the toes, or even more closely aligned to the ankle. And it's okay if the knee travels a little bit forward, but if you want to be the most perfect with your form, keeping your knee a little bit more straight up and down in line with your ankle, just because it's going to put a lot more of the load through the hips, the glutes here, and let you get even more glutes out of the lift. But that's pretty much the glute by a step up. Yeah, pretty much that. Throw a like on the video, comment, share it, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one.